Almost every week, someone sends me a message or email with a TLD they want to apply for. And in most cases, it simply just doesn't qualify. Not because the idea is bad, but because the string itself is not allowed under ICANN's rules. I'm Venkatesh, a consultant and advisor for new gTLDs and .brand applications. In this video, I'll explain how to choose the right TLD for the 2026 new gTLD round, what is allowed and what is not allowed, what works, what doesn't, and how to avoid major mistakes that cannot be corrected after submission. Trust me when I say many of the TLDs applicants get excited about are not allowed at all. Applying for a new gTLD is not like registering a domain name. You are asking ICANN to add a permanent string to the global DNS route, a gTLD string. It should be having minimum 3 characters or more. It can only use characters between A to Z, and it can only use iframes in terms of IDNs. It cannot have numbers, no special characters, no emojis, must not cause confusion, offense, or policy violations. But technical eligibility is just step one. The real challenge is policy and objections, and that's where most people fail. .brand top level domains. These are the simplest ones. .brand TLDs are applied for by companies for their own exclusive use, trademarks like example like Google or Microsoft or BNP Paribas, Barclays Bank, etc. Think of like .brand name or .brand. These are closed namespaces. It's not open for the public registrations. A brand controls all the domain registrations under the zone. Why .brands work well? They have a clear trademark ownership. No confusion about intent since they mostly use it for brand protection. Very low objection risks since brand own trademarks for the strings they apply for. And they have a strong alignment with ICANN's policy. Most successful applications in the past round came from this category, where over one third of the applications came from just brands. Next, we will talk about generic TLDs. It is the biggest opportunity here. The generic TLDs are where things get interesting and dangerous. A good generic TLD has following characteristics. It should be a clear dictionary term. It should also have a neutral meaning with no exclusive ownership implied. It also should have a strong business or community logic, and it also should have a commercial viability to be accepted by ICANN. What is an example of a bad generic TLD which may not get approved by ICANN? If your string has terms implying ownership of a people, culture, or identity, or broad words with no clear operating models are usually not allowed. These applications have a hard time during evaluation with ICANN. These strings likely to trigger community objections or public interest objections. You should always remember that generics does not mean free for all. It has to have some meaning. It means you must justify why you should operate it responsibly. I can give a few examples like .vegan would be an excellent generic TLD for vegan food consumers and vegan communities. There is a mode of selling domains to restaurants and food related companies and businesses who are vegan, and also it gives an identity to the community. Your TLD string should have correct intention. Next, we will discuss about GeoTLDs. These are really high sensitive ones. GeoTLDs, geographical TLDs, are among the most restricted ones. Any strings linked towards a country, a region, a city, a culture, or ethnic identity, it needs explicit government support or non-objection certificates. Without it, the application is straight away rejected. No one cannot apply for a three-character country code or a country name in any scripts or languages or IDN as TLDs. These are really complicated process. Geostrings are very political, sensitive, and heavily scrutinized. Real rejection examples, let's look back into the previous round for some history time. In the previous round, one of the applicant applied for .Indians, as a .brand TLD, which was rejected due to a community identity concerns and lack of representation. Tata was another .brand TLD which was applied in the last round and it got rejected because it conflicted with a city name in Morocco called Tata, due to which GAC and Moroccan government didn't give a go-ahead sign for the TLD to be delegated. Similar strings failed because applicants assumed logic would override policy. It never does. ICANN doesn't evaluate emotions, it evaluates rules, objections, and precedents. Here's my professional advice. I work with hundreds of applicants on the next round of the new gTLD and I interact with many of the applicants on a daily basis. I would simply say don't fall in love with a string before validating it. Always assess objection risks, not just the eligibility. Understand whether your string is brand, generic, or geo and what that implies. Never assume common sense will pass ICANN evaluation. There is an entire applicant guidebook which says how your application will be evaluated. Get expert review before you pay the application fee. A strong gTLD application starts with the right string choice, not a great pitch deck. If you are planning to apply for ICANN's new gTLD program 2026, choosing the right TLD is the most critical decision you will ever make. I am Venkatesh, a new gTLD consultant and a .brand advisor. If you need a string eligibility review or strategy advice, you know where to find me. You will find my website in newgtldprogram.com. The link is in the description. You can scan the QR code here to reach out to me in WhatsApp. Like our video and subscribe to our channel for more practical, no-nonsense insights on ICANN's new gTLD program 2026. See you in the next video. Bye.